Good afternoon and welcome to this combined broadcast of Sports Extra on Agate Radio and Agate Television. You can watch this at www.agateradiotv.com or via our app at Agate News on Google Play Store. You can also stream it with us on Facebook at our Facebook page, Agate Radio/TV, and on YouTube at Agate TV. That's Agate TV. My name is Emmanuel Tiavia, and I have with me in the studio your regular, someone that you are quite familiar with, especially coming from the radio side. Nenge Nyagwa, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Why are you looking pompous like you are a Libyan?
I identify as a pompous person this afternoon.
Okay,
Pompous
as a pompous Nigerian.
Yes.
A pompous supporter of the Super Eagles.
Exactly.
What is?
The eagle is flying. Why shouldn't I be pompous?
On Sports Extra, you come for the sports and stay for the banter. Today, we will not be able to take your phone calls, but we'll be able to take your messages on WhatsApp and SMS. Please do not call. Just send us a message reacting to any of the issues that we're talking about. I'll give you the numbers ahead of time so that you can save them and give us a call. We'll be talking about three things majorly. Call us on 09126999404. That's not call, please. Send in text messages or WhatsApp messages on 09126999404. Sports Extra on Agate Radio and Television. It's a combined broadcast. Now, Nenge, let's go straight into the meat of the matter. One of the things that has, happened over the week is, number one, good news. Nigeria has finally entered the business of Mr. Olympia. That was Akpobi. Show me your power.
Yes.
And Samson Dauda has won the 2024 edition.
Yeah, I'll make you, or shall I say, I'll tell you to rephrase that a bit. Finally, someone has identified with Nigeria doing that. Because some Nigerians might be there, but they identify with another country. You know what they like to do? They will say, I am Australian. Even
the international media is reporting it that Nigerian born. I'm
yes.
like, whether it's Nigerian born or Nigerian burnt, he's a Nigerian.
Yes, he is. And I'm very happy for Samson Dauda, because this is a long list of great men that have been there. I remember one of the men that many people don't talk about so much from that aspect, but he moved into the movie industry. We'll talk of Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the 1970s. Then he actively participated in this, and he's the youngest that I won this credit as Mr. Olympia. Now Nigeria born, as they say, but we all know Nigerian by blood is now there, and you can see he's vibrant, and this is him to the world. This is one of the best heights you can get once you're not playing or participating in any team.
I think one of the things that made him win, if you're watching us on Facebook, YouTube, or on our app or website, you can see him he's 6 feet 2 inches tall, completely ripped. I mean, he looks like a sculpted Greek god. And
yes.
He came into the competition and was not one of the favorites.
That's how it happens. Definitely he won't be, because he's not one of the most talked about. But, they actually find a way to downplay melanin popping, and this is melanin at its best. There's where it's a touch of brown, there's always that touch of perfection.
As they say, once you go black, you never come back.
Not at all, not at all. And this is a breakthrough for many bodybuilders to tell them that despite your complexion, despite your originality, your nationality, you can still make it. So now he's not just Mr. Olympia, but a role model to many.
Samson Dauda was not the favorite. Now, the interesting thing is his compatriot, another Nigerian, was the favorite, who came fifth. So, Nenge, would you say that this is Nigerian takeover?
Yeah. We have always been there, but most of the times, as I just told you before we got deep into this conversation, they like to, in team sports, we carry ourselves to football. You can see someone named Chidozie or Okafo, and he's playing for Switzerland. So if you say about that, but you and I know where this name comes from. But there they have sweetened
even botanical name. There's no botanical name Chidozie.
But that's a big win for Nigerians. For them to stick to the country, hold the flag high, and still participate at that high level, that's something that we need to recommend, because a lot of bad news have been going around that we need more positivity in our lives right now. Very necessary.
All right, and do not forget that you can send in messages to contribute about the story we've talked about so far. The Mr. Olympia win by the Nigerian-born Samson Dauda. 09126 999 That's 09126 999 text messages and WhatsApp messages, and we'll take them. Well, Nengi, you know, the prize money is $600,000.
Yes, that's the highest so far that have been set.
And in the last few days, he has gained over 1 million followers on Instagram. Trust Niger.
Definitely, definitely.
The green, white, green social media army.
Definitely. And I'm hoping this is an eye-opener for other bodybuilders, not just in the country, in Benue State. Let's bring it back home. In Benue State, it's not all about building up then becoming a security person. Please.
Bouncer.
Yes, like when
but
they
even
build
though
up,
bouncers are making it, Kiss Daniel's bouncer is now a movie star.
it's, you know how you said it, movie star, not from the bouncing, he's moving. He's an actor. But you will say that this is what they should do. They should now put themselves out there for something more worth than this. They just go to the
so
studio.
bodybuilding, besides looking for six packs to impress Choma and Ogechi's and Z bodies,
Yes.
from six packs you can develop into a sport.
Yes. And one good thing about this is, from now, Samson Dauda can come out as a motivational speaker now, and I will listen. Because he has now achieved. And once you achieve...
On the world stage.
Yes. In his own aspect, he's now someone that his name will be there. Who has won Mr. Olympia? See me telling you about something happened in 1970 where I know I wasn't born by then. But it's because this person won.
And he will go down in history as the first Nigerian.
First Nigerian. And that is something that it can't be taken away from him. First cannot be taken away. Last can be, but first can never be. Anything that is done, I'm looking out for. So I'm really impressed and really hope that that funds can help him out. And he shouldn't push himself too much. There's a bodybuilder that's really dealt with himself, and now he can't walk no more.
Coleman was a freak of nature, and winning the Mr. Olympia 7 times, and he wanted to go for an 8th time, and today he's having health challenges. You're watching and listening to Agate Radios and Agate TV's Sports Extra with me, Emmanuel Tiavia. I'm in the studio with my good friend Nengi Nyagba. The 5th position was taken by Andrew Jacked. He was the one who was favored to win the Mr. Olympia. Andrew Jacked is also a Nigerian, and his prize money was $35,000. So you can say Nigerians are ready to take over that competition.
You're ready to take over. And we have always been ready to take over, but one thing that I notice about the Nigerian platform is we can easily get excited and get diverted. We concentrate on what is not necessary at a particular time. So once that is set in, you discover there's a confusion and the goal, the main aim is not gotten. In everything, you need to know where you're aiming at. And now for this Mr. Olympia, this is like a stepping stone. Once it's done once, it can be done again. Funny enough, now the fifth position, or the person at the 5th position can come in next year and be the one to win. And other years, subsequently, you see other Nigerians. I personally have a classmate that is into this, and I'm going to send him a message after this.
To encourage him.
Did you see this? Did you see? No, but seriously, he too, he's ripped. I saw him, I was like, my Lord, can you get this way? And I said, it will never be me.
No. Okay, all right. Let's keep encouraging people out there. Bodybuilding is not just a sport. It can also help you to keep fit and, appreciate your body much more. Andrew Jack came 5th, and Samson Dauda is 1st. Let's hope that he inspires a lot more young persons to aspire to do better with their lives in any pursuit that they choose to go on with. 0912 6999 404 for text messages. We'll take them later after our break, which will be shortly, but not now. Before that, let's look at this interesting local sports story, scenario, drama, situation. Whatever adjective and adverb you use to describe it. Nenga, let's talk about our darling Lobby Stars.
I like the way you go the other way and come back out, darling. Like, when I love you, but now I'm like, okay, what's the but now? That's where the main message is.
Okay, the but is more important
it's
than
more important, but no.
It's okay.
That part is to soften the blow. So
it's okay.
I would say that Lobby Stars has really given us, the Nigerian and the Benue people, a thing to worry about of late. I remember last season seemed like, first, before the last season before last, that's the abridged season, seemed like Lobby Stars was coming up from the ashes and there was something promising about this team that a lot of fans were going to beat their chest and buy their jerseys. At a point, I kept on asking. I went on X platforms, I went on their Facebook platforms, where can I get the jersey? While I was asking about it, this is a moment of pride. If a team you have at home is performing this well, why don't you have their jersey? If I can go that far to get a European team's jersey, I come back home.
Okay, not to stop you from vituperating, as the case may be, but just to take a message from TJ, who is from 72 Barak, saying congratulations to Samson Dauda for winning the Mr. Olympia. Greetings to you all in the studio. You guys are doing well. Thank you so much for joining us. And do let us know, are you watching or listening, TJ? And you want to be like TJ, the WhatsApp contact to text to, or even send a text message to is 0912 6999 404. Don't forget that you can get us on radio. It's live on Agate Radio 95.5 Star FM, Makudi, and on Agate TV via the app, our website, and our social media platforms, Facebook and YouTube. YouTube is Agate TV. Facebook is Agate Radio/TV. We're live there. Don't forget to subscribe and like all our social media handles. Now, just to remind you, if you want to be like TJ, the number is 09126999404. Please do not call. Just send messages to WhatsApp and SMS. Before we go on our break, I would like to find out from you, Nenge. You know, the team began the season with a certain board in place, led by Dominic Yofa.
Yes.
And then there were several agitations, and from reliable sources, certain kinds of allegations were leveled against Dominic Yofa, and that board was replaced by another board now headed by Dr. Philip Nongo. And the team started the season with drab results, draws and losses. They couldn't win at home. It's week 7 now. A new management has been in place for like 3 to 4 matches. And not just that, the new management also kicked out coach Eugene Agate, or rather, let me say, replaced him with ex-international Daniel Amokachi. And the first match away, they drew 1-1. They were leading for a huge part of that match.
Yes.
And the goalkeeping, should we say goalkeeping or refereeing error led to the equalizer. They came home, were leading 2-1 and still ended up with a draw.
2-2 draw. Like, if you can,
as far as you are concerned, what are the issues?
I will say that,
because you always complain about merchandising. Let's leave that one in
no. Merchandising. I was getting there, but I was overwhelmed.
I didn't mention it.
I was overwhelmed with the whole thing. But like, the issue I will say here is that if you wish to change a board, I know this decision wasn't just taken from the Blues. They always wanted to change management. Still from last season, the second half of last season, this issue started already. So why didn't you do this whole activity
in the
when
off-season?
Then when they start the season freshly, everyone is fresh, everything comes in fresh, the players know what they expected of them, and now you see how the results will go. But once the season has started with one particular coach, you know, it's not easy to implement a new pattern of play. You know, we watching from outside feel they are professionals, they should understand what to do, but every coach comes with a different demand. Like to the coach that is that with their own. Odlafia stopped the league for the season. If the worst comes to worst, don't fail it to reach the season. If the worst comes to worst, don't fail it to reach there. But if someone could say, so this season, now I'll say with the new management, it will seem to be very comfortable where they are. It doesn't seem like there is a competition. They know that I will play. And once team or players are that comfortable.
So are you saying Lobby does not have enough experienced and good players?
Not experienced now. When a good player is comfortable, knows that you rely on me and me alone. It's a human thing. You can choose not to give an output as you should give. You say that if after all you still come back to me, there's another day. But when you know that this day is the day that I give out my best. If not, tomorrow may not be there. You give out a different way, or you make sure that you give out a better output. And that's why we always talk about the greats, that it's each day they come on the pitch like it's their first day ever. They came on that pitch. They don't say, I've achieved this yesterday, so I don't need to achieve it today. And that of them having, that's where we go back to the academy. If they have an under...
I was about to ask you that question of the academy for the team.
If they have the
in the past,
help.
Lobby was known for producing a lot of stars for the under-17s,
Yes.
even at the national level. The likes of the legendary goalkeeper of BBL Hawks, BBL Hawks became Lobby Stars. Lemi Issa, and a host of other stars for the under-17 and under-19s, under-20s, and under-21s. But that pipeline has dried up.
It dried up. And why that pipeline?
Or should I say it appears to have dried up?
It's not appeared to, it has dried up. It has actually dried up. Because I have a friend that was playing for the under at a point, was in the second team. And one thing that every player, a dream of any player or staff in an organization, because football, so it's like an organization, is to be promoted. Okay. You stay to be promoted. You don't just stay to stay stagnant. So if you're playing for the under, and one day they may call on me that so and so person is
or at
injured.
least you see some of your teammates being promoted.
Yes, this person is injured. Come and play. And that's what happens within the season. At times you see the coach goes to the under and sees a particular prospect and say, I can shock other teams with this person. This person can give in something that other teams may not expect coming. But you don't need to spend. How much are you gaining? And you have not won a trophy for some time. That's the easiest way that the funds are coming in, if it's not coming from the state.
But doesn't this get us back to that place where we talk about the relevance of school sports?
It does. It does. But except the relevance of school sports, I still come to the aspect of them showing gratitude to some of these sportsmen. Because, yes, some school sports, you see players participate. Once they are done, they may not be appreciated like they feel they are meant to be appreciated. And there are times that once a tournament reaches a particular level, the older veterans that are not meant to be there are involved in. There are times that happen in other sports. Yes.
Guess where he was discovered? In Konshisha. When a football tournament was organized by the immediate past special advisor media to the immediate past governor, Tevye Akase.
Yes.
He was discovered in that tournament, and the management of Lobby Stars took him on board, and look at where he is today, in Ingimba. And before you know it, he might end up in Europe.
It's not might. If he puts his head or his heart there, he will. Because most players in Nigerian Premier League love to go to Ingimba. You're going to be visible to scouts. It's easier for scouts to come there and say, this person has something that we need.
As they say, if you want to marry a prof, go to the university.
Definitely.
You will not see a prof in the garage.
Not at all. Not at all.
Arguing with union. We have nothing against the unions. It's just an analogy. Please let the Okada riders and the taxi drivers not take it out on us. It's just an analogy. Like we told you, come for the sports, stay for the banter. This is just banter. Now, you want to comment about Lobby Stars and their current fortunes and what you feel Lobby should be doing or the state government should do to make Lobby a better team. Call us. No, not call us. Send us a text message or WhatsApp to 0912 699 404. Also, comment on our Facebook feed. I will try to take your comments. Do not also forget the fact that you are allowed to share and, of course, like the post. We'll now go for a break as it is almost time for us to go on a break. Do stay with us.
Everybody, welcome to another edition of On the Streets with Philomena Agate, and today we're going to be doing common things around us. They are common. It sounds common, yeah, though, but we're going to know today if they are common or not. So, come along. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
I'm going to be asking you a very quick question, okay? These are common things around you. How many local governments do we have in Benin State?
3 local governments.
Oh my God! Wow!
How many planets do we have on Earth?
We have 8.
Jesus! Jesus! Hey!
8 planets on Earth?
Because Pluto was not included.
Oh. Oh, it was 9 before.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have like 8 planets on Earth.
Yeah, now. For now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Wow. Chop. But sorry, like we have 9 planets.
9.
Yeah, we have 9 planets,
But
and Earth is amongst the planets.
Sorry, oh.
There are no planets on Earth.
I don't understand.
President of Pluto.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk is the president of Pluto.
No, it's Charlie Poppy.
Shiny Poppy! Just no go! My brother, there's nothing like president of Pluto, okay?
You were not informed to me. Eh?
Xtra again.
Who's the president of Pluto?
I don't even know that country.
Stars they play. They play.
So you say you don't know the country?
I don't know the country at all.
You don't know the country Pluto?
I don't know the country Pluto.
Oh my
I
god!
force myself to know it because I'm not a geographer to that extent.
Stop it. Get some help.
Oh my god!
I'm printed by a profession.
Oh,
So,
okay.
but I'm supposed to know, but I don't know. Maybe it's a newly created country, so I may not know.
There you are. Welcome back. I'm sure that you learned a few things about geography, and now you know whether Pluto is a country or one of the planets in the planetary system. You're listening to and watching, as the case may be, Sports Extra. My name is Emmanuel Tiavi. I have with me in the studio Nenge Inyagwa. And we have thus far spoken about 2 subject matters. One was Mr. Olympia and then Lobby Stars. Now we are heading to the big one, which is the Super Eagles and the debacle in Al-Abrak in Libya. So Nenge, as a pompous fan of the Super Eagles, they headed for Libya on Sunday, and they were en route to Benghazi, which, by the way, I was not comfortable with. Because, you know, Libya is controlled by 3 different groups.
Yes.
And Benghazi is in the hands of the ones that are referred to as the rebels. Abrak. It was diverted and our players were stranded at the airport.
I felt very sad. I felt very sad because this is the pride of the country. At that moment, this is who, you know, when you send someone to represent yourself, this is like treating me badly. So I was like, what is happening? What are they up to? Is it that they want to drain the players first? Or do they want to get half of the players for themselves? Because it seems like they haven't had any success in the tournament, that's in the African Cup of Nations, for a long time. The best they have gotten is being a runner-up, and Nigerian has gotten this more than once. So I asked myself that why would they do this, and why would the players be treated this particular way? Then I went back to the thought of my own country, that why has my country not reacted? Because the country needs to react too. But I know it's not something easy for the country just to get a flight over there, because someone said that, why did you not send a flight? Just send a flight to pick them and get back. And if you notice, over the years, they have had these political issues you're talking about has been one of the issues that have affected their football federation a lot. Right as we speak right now, they have dissolved a committee. They are trying to fix a new committee.
No, not dissolved though. Before we even talk about the dissolution or not of the LFF.
Yes.
You are saying some people were saying send a flight. Is it not when the flight is allowed to land that you
Yes.
can send? And the plane that took them there, the value jet craft that took them there, was still in the airport,
Yes.
you know, waiting for other instructions. And that plane, I guess, wouldn't have left until they finish the match and they come back. But the plane was not even allowed to leave. That's the other issue.
That's another thing.
You know. Then let's talk about the LFF. The president of the Libyan Football Federation resigned on Sunday.
I know of that. He resigned. You know, they have had a lot of issues. They say But you said he resigned like he wanted to. He was forced to resign. He had a lot of, yes, the issues were much. They said he's incompetent, that he hasn't helped them to achieve what they expected to achieve. You know, in the qualifiers, they are the ones at the bottom of the table in our group. That's in the Nigerian group. And it says a lot for them. You know, the fact that they are divided, they are hoping for one thing to get them to be united, which is that football. And right now, it is not helping. Too bad they have to play Nigeria again. So the point they hope they are going to get is not something that they might get. So you can say that it has been an up and down thing. And the one that actually made me surprised was the fact that after this whole situation that we're hoping that
First time they are doing this. They have been doing this to a lot of club sides, not just from Nigeria, but other, especially when you are from sub-Saharan Africa.
Yes.
They do this a lot. Is it that they were playing mind games to gain an advantage, or is it racism? Why I'm asking if it's racism is because they offered accommodation to the flight to the pilot, who is from North Africa.
But they didn't offer to
any other person.
To any other person.
And he rejected and decided to stay with his crew.
Yes. I will say that more of, we'll not head to the racist side yet, but I feel it's more of mind games. I feel so. But to you bringing the card of it being racist, to an extent, you can't clear that off fully.
While
because
we're discussing this, I would like my the guys in the studio, if they can, track up the image of the, according to Victor Boniface, the Isakaba bus that they brought to pick the Super Eagles from Alabrak to Benghazi, a 3-hour journey through rebel-held territory.
It wasn't a nice one.
First of all,
I saw the picture.
That plane was too big for that airport. Why are we even
It
calling
wasn't-
that thing an airport? It's a glorified airstrip.
It was not meant to land where it landed. So the question was, who gave the order? That's where many people were asking. Personally, someone else was like, so the pilot, I said, no. There's a lot of...
It's not a Wurukum garage.
Not
You
at
can
all.
just drive there.
Yes, you have to get permission. You have to even be called. You have to be
Before
called
you take
from
off.
the tower. They're like, okay, now you have moved from, you're out of our own range. Now I'm handing you over to this. You tell another tower that this person is coming. So once when you spot this flight, this
Now,
object,
luckily,
in your own
pilot
range.
had worked in Libya before, so knew that airport. He landed
Yes.
the plane using eyesight, but visual landing at night.
When usually there still was that show light, so that you will know you know the runway, how to land. He are giving that. So first, the players were at risk of their lives. Secondly, they were at risk of their health because not having a suitable place and an outlet to sleep. These are people
To be fair, the Libyans claimed that when they came to Nigeria, they were treated badly. They circulated photos that made some Libyans who may be gullible or whatever believe that the Nigerians were the ones who started it.
I feel that's not a way to handle things. And so far, what I know, the Nigerians I know that I am, we treat foreigners better than ourselves. Ghana, sha. But the rest,
So Ghanaians are not foreigners.
guys, except Ghana,
They are
but
our brothers.
they are not foreigners. We don't take them as foreigners, but
They are our brothers.
the rest, I know that you can see someone. The person just needs to be slightly toned differently.
Our beef with Ghana is on X. It's just online banter. When we see each other, we're like, Charlie.
Yes, no, but like, I don't expect them to react that way. If we went wrong as Nigerians.
The reports I was able to get, and also speaking to a reliable sports journalist who works for another medium, he did say that it is the Libyans who decided to instruct the NFF a few hours to their flight arriving that told the NFF that they would be landing in Port Harcourt, not Uyo. Whereas the itinerary should have been sent 48 hours ahead of time. They didn't send that. And 24 hours ahead of time, the NFF Secretary General spoke with the Secretary General of the LFF to confirm their itinerary. He didn't mention that they are changing plans. A few hours to when they would land, because it's a 3-hour flight from Tripoli to Nigeria, from Libya to Nigeria. They said, hey, look, we are landing in Port Harcourt. Now, that was a bit of a problem for the NFF, but they bent backwards. And then when the flight landed, the 1 hour or so delay they had was because the Libyans were now arguing with their flight operator, who claimed that landing in Port Harcourt was incurred more expenses, and they were demanding for pay from the Libyans. It had nothing to do with Nigeria. It was their own shoddy arrangement that led to that. However, they took pictures of them spending an extra hour in the airport and equated it to a 17-hour ordeal in Alabra. They were giving everything they needed. They hired a luxurious bus. When they were offered one with AC, they said no, that's too expensive. And they went for the one, yes. And the NFF provided security for them ahead and behind. And in fact, from reliable sources, the NFF Secretary General has said screenshots of his conversations with the LFF Secretary General are available when the need arises. Our hope is that CAF would wade in and resolve this emphatically. For me, Nengi, I will be asking you, we should even dash them the 3 points. They will still not top it. Will they still qualify?
They will still qualify.
Let's speak about the seriousness of this matter in the sense that you kept Nigerians. Talk more of some of the best Nigerians out there who are international sports stars.
Yes.
In an airport without security, without water, without
food
for 17 hours. They slept in the open.
Slept on seats. I saw one Bali. I was like, chief. Yeah, chief. Have you gotten this low? This is how they have demeaned you in another land. But I would say that this is very bad in the aspect of them communicating with the Nigerians. They need to communicate, and we have passed the level that is do me, I do you. This is sports that after something is done on the pitch, when you go out, you shake the person and tell the person this was just a match. I either win or I lose. Today I won, tomorrow you can win. And if it's a draw, it means that we both shake hands on the pitch and off the pitch. But with this action, it shows that they are taking the game far away from where they're meant to be taking it. And with everything they say, you play this with love. And that love now is taken out of it. It seems like now there's more of hatred and the rivalry is seeming deeper than it should be. They should take it easy. This is not something that they wish to start, because if you start a fight with Nigerians, let them max. It's not something
Last
to start.
Don from 72 Barrack says, good afternoon, sir. My name is Emmanuel, aka Last Don. I just want to congratulate Samson Dauda. Nice work you guys are doing in the studio. Nice work too for listening and for watching wherever you are. Last Don. Thank you so much. And our time is almost up. Sports Extra today was interesting, talking about Mr. Olympia, Lucky Stars, and then the Nigerian Super Eagles. As someone who has followed sports for a long while, shortly tell me what you think CAF will do if you were to advise CAF. What the facts you have available?
Definitely with all this, first of all, they should be fined. They have to be fined for this. Secondly, they are playing in a point where Argentina and Brazil had a misunderstanding. That was during the COVID time, and they ended up playing the match once again. So this time, let it be on a neutral ground. Let them play the match, because they really need that match. They feel like with that match, they may qualify for even next 3 World Cups. So let them play the match. Once the match is played, it's
violence with a touch of steez. If they win that one match, they can qualify for the next 3 World Cups.
Yeah.
Nenge, it's according to you, not me. Thank you so much, Nenge, for joining us today for Sports Extra.
Welcome.
Sports Extra, come for the sports, stay for the banter. My name is Emmanuel Tiavia. Don't forget that you can follow us on all our social media handles. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Agate TV. Subscribe to our YouTube on there and read the e-copy of Agate newspaper. That is www.agateradiotv.com. Agate News app is available on Google Play. And handing you over now on radio to Patience Sabene and Winner Younger Women for lunch drive at 1. My name is Emmanuel Tiaga once again. Good afternoon.